Today we're taking a look at the Los Angeles Clippers vs Dallas Mavericks match, which is happening on Saturday, May 22, 2021, and giving you my betting tips and predictions in general on this game. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours and hours of your time searching the internet for some fake betting predictions and losing your money because of it. Join High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advices instantly. The Dallas Mavericks finished the regular season 17th in scoring with an average of 112.4 points per game. 2 players dominated the scoring for Dallas all season long, as Luka Doncic was the leading scorer with an average of 27.7 points per game, while Kristaps Porzingis was the second leading scorer with an average of 20.1 points per game. However, only 3 other players for the Mavericks averaged double figures in scoring, and defenses will key on Doncic and Porzingis during the postseason and make other players for Dallas beat them. Doncic was the leader in assists for Dallas with an average of 8.6 dishes per contest. Dallas averaged 22.9 assists and 11.4 turnovers per game for an assist-to-turnover ratio of 2.0. One player to keep an eye on ahead of Game 1 will be forward Maxi Kleber, who missed 6 of the final 8 games with a sore right Achilles. A 3-and-D threat, Kleber's availability will be vital for the Mavericks in this series, especially on the defensive end, where he is expected to garner some of the responsibility as the primary defender for Kawhi Leonard. According to DunksandThrees.com, Dallas finished the regular season ranked 10th in the league with an adjusted plus 2.2 net rating. While the Mavericks excelled on offense behind Doncic's playmaking, they struggled defensively, ranking 20th in the NBA with an adjusted 113.0 defensive rating. On defense, Dallas finished 8th in the league with an adjusted 115.2 mark. The Dallas defense was 13th in the NBA in points allowed at 111.1 per game, but the Mavericks averaged only 43.3 rebounds per contest, which was 21st. Porzingis was the king of the boards for Dallas with a team-high 8.9 rebounds per game. The Mavericks averaged 6.3 steals and 4.3 block shots per game, with Josh Richardson the leader in steals with an average of 1.0 per game, and Porzingis the SWAT commander with a team-high 1.3 block shots per contest. The Los Angeles Clippers finished the regular season 6th in points allowed with an average of 109.1 per game. Los Angeles has its 2 best individual players, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, healthy, and its best rim protector and second leading rebounder Serge Ibaka is back from a bad back. The Clippers covered the spread in 9 of the last 13 head-to-head with Dallas. In addition, the Clippers have played well at home, covering the spread in 13 of the last 19 at the Staples Center. In contrast, Dallas has not fared well during the postseason as an underdog, failing to cover the spread in the 11 of the last 16 under that scenario. The Los Angeles defense averaged 7.1 steals and 4.1 block shots per contest, with Kawhi Leonard the leader in steals with an average of 1.6 per game, and Serge Ibaka the Clippers SWAT commander with an average of 1.1 block shots per game. As a whole, the Clippers will be in a better position to make a deep postseason run in 2021, thanks to a more defensive-minded, veteran-laden roster. Los Angeles also acquired Rajon Rondo and DeMarcus Cousins on the open market, giving it a pair of battle-tested playoff performers off of the bench. After being waived by the Houston Rockets, Cousins averaged 7.8 points and 4.5 rebounds in 12.9 minutes per game during 16 regular season contests with the Clippers. I was one of those people who picked the Clippers at the beginning of the season to advance to the NBA Finals. They underachieved last year, but with another year of Leonard and George to gel, and the addition of Serge Ibaka, they came into the season loaded. Injuries derailed that a bit, but now they are healthy and Leonard and George are rested and ready to roll. The Clippers finished the regular season ranked second in the NBA with an adjusted plus 6.0 net rating. Led by Leonard and George, the Clippers ranked as the third best defensive team in the league with an adjusted 117.0 mark, and they finished seventh defensively, limiting opponents to just 111.0 points per 100 possessions. The leading rebounder for the Clippers during the regular season was Ivica Zubac with an average of 7.2 boards per contest. However, the return of Serge Ibaka, who was second in rebounding, helps the Clippers' defense as he is the team leader in swats and the Clippers' best rim protector. Dallas played well down the stretch, but the Mavericks' two-headed attack of Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis will be put to the test against a tough Clippers defense that will make other players step up and perform. The Clippers have all the ingredients of team that can make a deep run: great defense, great three-point shooting, superstars to lead in crunch time, and lots of depth. And they made great veteran pickups in Rajon Rondo and Cousins. This is just game one, and Dallas will win a few games because of Doncic alone, but the Clippers will take care of business in game one. My first betting advice for that game is to pick Los Angeles Clippers -5. The Dallas Mavericks, you could say, overachieved this year. On paper, they aren't a great team, but they do have a great player in Luka Doncic, who is just that good and can carry a team a lot farther than it has any business going. The Dallas Mavericks enter the playoffs winning 12 of their last 16 games. The Dallas Mavericks are averaging 112.4 points on 47% shooting and allowing 110.2 points on 46% shooting. Luka Doncic is averaging 27.7 points and 8.6 assists, while Kristaps Porzingis is averaging 20.1 points and 8.9 rebounds. Tim Hardaway Jr. is the third double-digit scorer, and Jalen Brunson is grabbing 3.4 rebounds. The Dallas Mavericks are shooting 36.2% from beyond the arc and 77.8% from the free throw line. The Dallas Mavericks are allowing 36.5% shooting from deep and are grabbing 43.3 rebounds per game. After a slow start, they caught fire in the second half of the season and finished 42-30. The Mavericks actually finished fifth in the Western Conference, ahead of Portland and the Lakers, two teams that look much better on paper. The Mavericks are 5-11 ATS in their last 16 playoff games as an underdog. They are 3-7 ATS in their last 10 games following a straight-up loss of more than 10 points. 5-12 ATS in their last 17 conference quarterfinals games. And they are 1-4 ATS in their last 5 games after allowing more than 125 points in their previous game. If the Mavericks overachieved, it could be said that the LA Clippers underachieved. This team is loaded and many felt they were the best team in the conference. The Los Angeles Clippers enter the playoffs splitting their last 8 games. The Los Angeles Clippers are averaging 114 points on 48.2% shooting and allowing 107.8 points on 46.4% shooting. Kawhi Leonard is averaging 24.8 points and 6.5 rebounds, while Paul George is averaging 23.3 points and 6.6 rebounds. Marcus Morris Sr. is the third double-digit scorer, and Serge Ibaka is grabbing 6.7 rebounds. The Los Angeles Clippers are shooting 41.1% from beyond the arc and 83.9% from the free throw line. The Los Angeles Clippers are allowing 35.6% shooting from deep and are grabbing 44.2 rebounds per game. They finished a relatively disappointing, considering their talent, 47-25. Of course, they had some key injuries, but their two best players were, for the most part, fairly healthy. That would be Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. The Clippers are 5-1 ATS in their last 6 home games versus a team with a winning road record. They are 25-1 ATS in their last 26 games playing on 3 or more days rest, 13-6 ATS in their last 19 home games. And they are 40-19 ATS in their last 59 games following a straight-up loss. My second betting advice for that game is to pick over 218.5. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.